Hi there, I'm Gediminas. I'm the inventor, founder and CEO of Rubbee, and I'm pretty sure that you don't have to buy a bike to own an e-bike. The bike you already have can become an e-bike in just a few easy steps. Today we will be going through all the main features of Rubbee X, our latest and greatest all-in-one e-bike conversion kit that sits on your back tire and pushes you forward with the help of a custom-built motor. We will take a look at what's inside the box, install it on my bike, and try it out on one of the steepest hills here in my hometown of Kaunas. So sit back and relax as we take a deep dive into Rubbee X. Let's roll! Okay, so let's start by quickly going through what comes in the box when you purchase the Rubbee X. It comes with everything necessary for the first electric ride. So let's do some unboxing. So in the box, you will find a wireless pedal sensor that goes on the pedal of your bike. You will find the lock mechanism that goes on the seat post of your bike, the charger that's gonna charge your batteries, and of course the main unit itself. That's the Rubbee X. Here on the top you can see there's a suppression system that pushes the device into your tire. Here on the bottom there is the motor that touches your back tire and pushes you forward. And here on the bottom there's the battery compartment. This is where all your batteries goes. Alright, so let's install everything on the bike. The lock mechanism goes on the seat post and is held in place with 4 bolts. This is the main attachment point of Rubbee X to your bike. It allows quick and easy attachment and removal of the device depending on your needs. This is the wireless cadence sensor. As you might notice, there are no magnets or cables around it. So it's completely wireless. It has a replaceable battery inside and it wakes up and goes to sleep automatically. It tracks when, how fast, and to which direction you're pedaling and transmits this information wirelessly to the main unit. You don't have to push any buttons, you don't have to think about anything, just pedal away and Rubbee X will provide the electrical assistance automatically. Smart! With lock and sensor installed, you're ready to go. Just push Rubbee into the lock like this and make sure it's fully locked. Then release the suppression system by pushing the release lever on the top of the unit just like that. The suppression system releases 200 newtons of force, making sure there is good grip in any weather conditions by pushing the motor into the back tire. Once the suppression system is released, Rubbee is not going anywhere. One of the key features of Rubbee X is the modular battery system. One module always comes pre-installed in the base unit, but you can install 2 more additional battery modules. And with every additional battery module, Rubbee X gets more torque, range, and additional assistance levels are unlocked. Essentially, you can adapt Rubbee to your needs. You can travel super light with the base model, which weighs only 2.8 kilograms, or you can install additional batteries and have a unit which is much more fun to ride. And we are ready to go. All you have to do is turn the Rubbee X on, move the pedals a bit to wake up the sensor, and that's it. Your bike just became electric. Alright, let's talk more about Rubbee X assistance modes and the features of the smartphone application. We start off with the multiple assist modes that Rubbee X has. If you have the base unit with the single battery, Eco Assistance mode will be available. It's great for those people who only use the bike occasionally for short hops around the city without much hilly areas. If you have one additional battery module installed, Cruise mode becomes available. This combination is great for people who use the bike daily and with the increased range want to cover larger areas of the city. And with 2 additional battery modules installed, Rubbee becomes the most powerful version of itself and Power mode is unlocked. This combination is for those riders who use their bike daily at long distances and use it in hilly areas. Each module provides roughly 15 kilometers of electrically assisted riding, so the range can vary between 15 to 45 kilometers depending on how many batteries you have installed and in what conditions you are riding. As we install more modules, we can also draw some more current from the batteries, so each mode represents a torque increase and more miles per mile. There is also a cargo mode option in the settings menu. This cargo mode is intended to be used with heavy cargo bikes as it provides additional torque boost in low speeds. I always recommend to get the Rubbee X with 2 additional battery modules as it is hands down the most fun to ride and has the biggest range. On the app, you can also see the battery level, your speed and real-time information about your travel and status of the whole system, like temperature, voltage and the charge level of the battery which is inside the sensor. The cool thing is that Rubbee X has over-the-air update capability. So any new feature or bug fixes that we develop can be easily uploaded to the Rubbee X via the application. Even though the app provides additional features, I want to clarify that a smartphone is not required for regular daily use of Rubbee X. You can see the battery level and change the power modes right on the device. Okay, so it's time to take Rubbee X for a spin, but it's not gonna be a spin around the block. Today we will try to tackle one of the steepest hills in my hometown of Kaunas. As a base test, I will try to tackle this hill without using the Rubbee X, and I will measure the time it took me to do so. Let's go! Alright, so already this is quite the challenge. I have to lower a few gears. My legs are burning. E-bikes are made for situations just like this. Okay, and my time is 2:41. All right. Well, that was a challenge, and for this run I will use Rubbee X, but before I go downhill I want to explain shortly about the Rubbee X region braking feature. What it does is when you spin your pedals backwards for like half a rotation, it's gonna kick in braking and it's gonna brake you a little bit, work as like a usual brake and charge the batteries at the same time. So this way you can actually charge your batteries while going downhill. Let's try it out. Okay, so we charged the batteries while going downhill, and now we're gonna try to climb the hill with Rubbee X. Today I'm using 3 battery modules for the most fun. Let's go! Okay, so there's no comparison between going without the Rubbee X and with Rubbee X. Without Rubbee X, I was out of breath right now. And now I'm all good, just cruising. This is so much easier. There is no comparison. And I'm already almost at the top. Oh, I can see my time is gonna be so much better. And that's it, we're done. And my time is 1 minute 54 seconds. Whew. Wow, that was so much easier. As you can see, Rubbee X is packed with convenient features that make your ride so much more fun. If you want to make your bike electric, head over to rubbee.com to figure out whatever amazing feature this conversion kit can offer. So, stay tuned!